Good afternoon, and happy Sunday to you. My name is Jonathan Welch. I have the pleasure of serving as the Director of Music at Pleasant Hill United Methodist Church. And our Pleasant Hill Music Series is thrilled to welcome you here to an afternoon really of celebration in some way, shape, or form for what has happened in the life of our dear friend who has served as our pianist at our church for these last several months, who you'll hear from in just a moment. I want to draw your attention to the program so that you know a couple of things that will help you with housekeeping. You'll notice there are 4 sets of music that Sapar is going to be playing this afternoon. You'll notice that in between each of those sets says the word pause, and so we'll take a brief moment where Sapar will exit the platform for a few seconds to take a break in the middle of those. At the end of our recital this afternoon, we'll have some closing remarks, at which time our pastor will share some words about that before the last set occurs. In addition to that, please know that there are restrooms available through either of the doors through the front that you are welcome to use at any point during the recital. We do ask, however, that if you exit during the recital, you wait until the end of one of the pieces of music to enter back into the recital at that point in time, where as not to distract our performing artists. Most importantly, we hope that you will attend our reception at the end of the recital today to help spend some time with Sapar and his family this afternoon, to allow them to feel loved and encouraged during our last bit of time together. So in just a few moments, our performing artists will come out. Thank you again for being here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask one of our ambassadors who have a tag on, and we'll get started momentarily.
I surely hope that you are glad that you came tonight. On behalf of Pleasant Hill, I'm Pete Burnson. I'm the pastor here at Pleasant Hill, and I thank you for coming for our series, our music series featuring Sapar. It's been a great afternoon already, and there's still more music to come. And we are so grateful for Sapar's contribution today. If you don't know the whole story, let me share it briefly. Pleasant Hill was without a pianist. We were looking to create an offering and to put a job description out. And one day, Sapar and his sister walked into the church and said, "Is there any need for a pianist at Pleasant Hill?" Definitely a God moment. So we invited some of those. Chad, who was in charge of essentially our group that hires people, and others came into this room, put Sapar at the piano and asked him to play something, and we knew right away. We knew right away. And I'm one of the few that know how much Sapar has given up to be able to play for us every Sunday, to accompany the choir. And I'm one of those that comes every Saturday night to get the sanctuary and our other building ready for worship, and I sneak in because Sapar comes in Saturday night and make sure he's ready. And so without even seeing each other, we share moments where I believe music takes us to where words can't even take us. And in the short time that he's been with us, he's united us with music, but he's united us as a world. Our geography has become much more greater because we have followed where he's from. And if you don't know the story, he's now returning back home with his wife, back to his home country, because her parents are ill. Her mother's had surgery and her father's had a stroke, and they feel like they need to go back and care for them. And so we know this is a bittersweet moment for Pleasant Hill, but I also believe it's a God moment. That God brought us here to know Sapar and to appreciate it and to know the world is much smaller than we know. And now to take him back so that he can care for his parents. And I pray someday that Sapar can come back or we can see him in some way and enjoy this music. So for those who know him, know that this is the last time that we will hear him play. We know that we want to give him an offering, a love offering, to send him back to his country. And so our ambassadors, as Sapar plays the first piece of the last set, will be coming forward if you are willing and able to contribute to this gift that we want to give him. If you want to use cash, of course, that works really well. If you want to do a check, our church administrator has asked that you simply make it out to Pleasant Hill and put Recital in the memo, and we will get the funds to Sapar before he leaves. I believe it's in the next few days that they are actually leaving. So know that for us, this has been a great moment of joy to have music played like this. For some of us, we haven't heard this in a long time. But also to know that he carries our love with him, and we will never forget him for what he's done. Let's welcome Sapar back one more time.
dear church family and friends. Before I play my final piece for you tonight, I just want to take a moment to say a few words and thank you all. Almost a year ago, when I first came to the United States, God led me to this church. I am truly grateful that He brought me here. I have met so many wonderful people. Made great friends and shared so many beautiful moments. Sorry. Many beautiful moments with you. Thank you to everyone in the congregation for welcoming me, supporting me, and making me feel at home. I will truly miss you and this place. Dear Pete, thank you for your trust, kindness, guidance, and all the encouraging words you have shared with me. I am truly grateful for everything you have done for me. Thank you for Marilee and Wanda for all your help and support. Thank you to the choir. It has been a pleasure working with all of you and being part of your performance. Thank you for your friendship, support, and for all the wonderful music we performed together. And a special thank you to Chris and Leslie for our rehearsals, performance, and all the great moments we shared. It was a real joy performing with you. Thank you for Chad and Judy for your kindness, help, care, and support. I truly appreciated everything you have done for me and your warm friendship. And also to my friend Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan, for your friendship, help, and support. This concert would not have happened without your help. I am truly grateful for everything you have done for me. My family and I are very grateful to America and to everyone we have met here. All of this will always remain in our hearts. We'll be returning to Kyrgyzstan very soon. It's not easy to say goodbye, but we live with grateful hearts. May God bless you, your families, and this church. And this is not goodbye forever. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Thank you.